Seems like we have about 100,000 disclosures for sellers in California, but why don't we have a firearms disclosure? I'm just throwing this out here because I never hear anybody talk about it, but I have had several listings where I'm doing my job as a listing agent. We're showing the house, we're doing open houses, and then the seller comes to me late in the game and says, oh, by the way, I have firearms in the house. This little piece of hair loves to be on TikTok. Why is this not disclosed to people entering a home? We've got fingerprint agents that come in the home, but we never qualify the house itself for safety. I've had tenants ask me to transport their guns back to them. No, can't do that. I've had unsecured guns in houses multiple times, one in which my small children were walking around the house while I was there, had an unsecured gun under the bed. Sellers, this is not pro or anti-gun, but sellers need to tell us when they have guns in the home. And I think this should be a California Association of Realtor standard disclosure. When we take a listing, we need to know if there's gun safe guns, where they are located, and if they're secured or unsecured. I feel like this is even more important than a smoke alarm or a carbon monoxide monitor, or a golf ball disclosure, or a methamphetamine disclosure. Why hasn't anyone ever mentioned this? I had a seller one time that had a loaded gun under his bed. This is actually a really funny story. So it's not funny. It's not funny. He died during the listing. And he had a loaded gun under his bed. And on top of it, he had a dispute with his neighbor, and the neighbor got the HOA involved and said my client's tree was blocking his view. And the HOA made a judgment that my seller had to top off his tree so the other guy could see. What he did to say, in order to do that, is he topped the tree and then carved the tree into the shape of a penis. So his neighbor had to look at that every day. I don't know if that's funny to you or not. I thought it was somewhat humorous. And then when my client died, I didn't know him all that well. It was like a Chevy Chase movie. Like the next day, the neighbor comes out with a chainsaw, looks me dead in the eye, and puts his thumb up like, can I chop down this penis tree? And I was like, go for it, dude. And he took his chainsaw and chopped down the tree.